Philosophers Club. Are there any people in the audience that have come to every single Globe? You want to admit that? A few, there we go. Okay, a few, that's awesome. Well, great. Well, my name, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike Gervis. I'm the CEO of a group of organizations that include the Globe Series. And we're focused on a common vision, all of the organizations, and that is to create a sustainable, prosperous, and socially just future. I think many of you in this room have similar missions and visions in your organization. Now, before I know those who are detailed-oriented are looking at the clock and seeing that we're running a little late. So just to let you know, I think we're about 15 minutes late. So we're going to start all the sessions 15 minutes later and we'll kind of bleed into lunch. So we'll catch up, but just bear with me. We have a couple of engaging exercises with you, and I'll try to speed through my presentation. So I was trying to think last night, what's the essence of Globe? Why do we come? And I was thinking back yesterday when we held our Globe Exchange, one of our first biggest at this forum, where we introduced people, investors, clean tech solution providers, government executives, and that, along with corporate buyers. And it reminded me that one of the things Globe is all about is business. Doing business, making connections, creating partnerships that are going to grow our exports, grow our clean tech industry, enhance our productivity, reduce our emissions. The second, though, is that I got to spend an hour with Leading Change, one of my favorite organizations. I'm biased, so I am the chair. But young people, 150 young people from every single province and territory across Canada have come to Globe this year. And are there a bunch in the audience? Can I hear? Are they here? All right, a whole bunch. So when I was there, a couple of things happened that really resonated to me about why we created Globe and why people come back. One is I was inspired. I was inspired and empowered by these young people who are here to try to make a difference. They're looking for answers and are passionate. They're not jaded like us old people are. They want to make a difference. So that they left empowered and feeling positive that we can make a difference, we can make a change. But more importantly, a young lady asked me a tough question. She asked me about accessibility for people with physical disabilities. Kelsey, her name was. And I felt uncomfortable. Just like many of you probably felt uncomfortable with a couple of the presentations this morning. And that's the point. That's the point of Globe. Is we're here, we're a huge community. We have different perspectives, different backgrounds. We don't agree on things. We're all nice though, because most of us are Canadians. Right? But the whole idea is to get into the uncomfortable zone here and have the conversation and talk and understand, right? And that's not just about winning the argument. That's not the cause. The cause is to listen, to learn, to understand, and then to find a path forward. That's what we're all here for. And that's what I think you're going to hear a lot of today. And I encourage you to do what Kelsey did to me, is ask the tough questions, be uncomfortable, and then if you receive that question, to be truthful and honest. The last thing about Globe is that, and the opening plenary always states that, is we walk around and we see great friends, right? And colleagues. Smile, we hug, right? We laugh. And again, that's about the connection. Because this forum is about you. And it's about you coming together and meeting those old colleagues and friends, having a good time, and then meeting new ones. Again, all with the goal that we're trying to find a path forward, a positive path forward. So with that, I encourage you to do that as much as you can. I want to thank Minister Wilkinson. I've lost him here. Right there. Thanks, Minister Wilkinson, for your speech. I really appreciate what we heard from the other presenters. And I wanted just to recap some of what I heard while I was standing behind the stage. One is, we heard it several times, but David really emphasized that we can't be complacent or tentative, right? Time's of the essence. But I think you heard throughout that we have the tools and the solutions to avoid the worst consequences. We just need the will. And Varshney reminds us that we need to raise our ambition to do more, do it faster, do it now. And more importantly, we got to think differently. And we got to come together. And again, back to my point about diversity and inclusion. We have to bring people together with different perspectives to get this right. Kate highlighted that business can play a prominent role, and it is, of building a more sustainable future. It's in an extremely powerful position to push that change to a scale and a speed that we need to overcome it. And Minister Wilkinson showed that government at all levels must also play that leadership role. Now, the challenge is always finding that right balance, and that's where the uncomfort comes back, right? Between the social, environmental, and economic priorities. And as Varshney said and David said, we have to change the paradigm. But I believe, I'm just going to stress one more time, that we have the will. We have the solutions. We have the ingenuity. We have the passion. Particularly in this room, we have the passion. And what we need more of is more action and greater courage and stronger collaboration and further ambition. And again, that greater diversity and perspective, so we can have bigger and more creative ideas. And most importantly, again, I'm going to bring it back to you, we have to work together. If we don't work together, then we're not going to get there. And again, some people call this the do or die decade, right? It's the moment, it's the tipping point. It's whatever you want to call it. But it's going to decide who we are and what we're made of. And that's very important when you have those of us who have kids and you stand in front of those 150 young people, right? Leading change, who are desiring that change and want to see us get behind them and support them. And again, this is the essence of Globe. This is why we designed Globe back in 1990, was to bring people together, and it's changed and it's evolved. And I hope you see that Globe 2020 is much bigger and bolder. It is a platform for more ambition, for more outcomes, more action, more diversity, and those uncomfortable conversations. Let's have them. Again, look around the room. Look at the diversity in this room. The Globe is about you, because we believe that an inclusive group that pools their networks and tools and knowledge is what creates the exponential change. So let's translate that, all that amazing passion and expertise and diversity and different perspectives, into concrete action. Not only over the next few days as you build partnerships and renew friendships and that, but let's go beyond that. We really have to turn the ship around. So let's get it done. Okay. The other folks I'd like to thank I'll switch gears for a second, is our sponsors and our supporters. We have a huge, diverse group, a big tent of partners this year, who demonstrate how you can bring different perspectives and different groups together to support initiatives like this and drive the transformation of our economy and support a new and emerging clean economy. So I want to thank them tremendously. And that's from everybody, our big supporters and donors, all the way down to people who are providing renewable paper and volunteers that you'll see around the site. Those are our partners. You're our partners. I also have to thank an amazing team that I'm so proud to be working with. They are amazing individuals, and I hope you get to meet a lot of them. They're just like you. They work hard. They created an amazing event, and I hope you'll give them a round of applause now because they might not hear it at the end. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to say goodbye to the folks who have been tuning in on our live stream. We look forward to seeing you again, hopefully at a future Globe event. And I want to encourage those watching the live stream to tune in to your YouTube, the other social media, follow along. We're also live streaming some other events this week. And the rest of you, we have a little exercise.